Hey everybody, it's Ken
And Ray
from Two Drunk Brothers Garage. We're here today. We are going to work on my 99 Dodge Durango. Gonna put pretty much all new front suspension parts on it. Lower ball joints, upper control arms with ball joint, new shocks and brake rotors and brake pads, and tie rod ends on both sides.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I keep telling them to sell it down the road,
Yeah.
but
I've had the vehicle since 2006, and I've never done the lower ball joints in this thing. So I hope they come out fairly easy.
probably won't. But
Yeah.
we'll bring you guys along for the show. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Yep.
99 Durango.
240,000 miles.
There we go.
So here we already got the Durango. Kenny got it jacked up and got the front wheels off of it, and we're just getting set up. We're gonna start tearing it apart. I don't know if we're gonna do one side and come and do the other side, or if we each just take a side.
Yeah.
Might make it go quicker if we each just take a side, but we'll probably set up a time lapse up here in front of the vehicle, and we'll film a little bit of it as we go along. So we are going to do the tie rod end, so I am just going to take and hit that right there with a little bit of white spray paint, and hopefully that'll give us a good mark to
Put the new one on.
put the new one on. At least it'll give us a ballpark of where we need to thread it back on. Kenny's going to have to get a alignment done on this, but we should get it pretty close anyhow. And I go ahead and paint the shock and everything
That's
too.
right, shock's coming off anyway.
Yep.
And I'll do
So-
that same thing on.
We're going to do shock, tie rod ends, upper control arms with the, these are riveted in the ball joints for the upper control arms, so he just bought whole control arms. And then lower ball joint, which
Is what initially set this off, because the ball joints are so bad, it shakes going down the road. I'm afraid the damn thing's gonna frickin' come off.
so
May not, but
no, I'm gonna go ahead and start disassembly the taking the brakes off. I think he said we're doing rotors and pads.
rotors and pads, yeah.
Doing rotors, pads. So here we go. And we did decide I'm going to go ahead and tackle driver's side. He's going to get set up on his passenger side. He went ahead and sprayed his too real quick, and we're just going to start disassembling. So on the brake caliper, it's a 6mm on top, a 7mm Allen on the bottom. And in order to get, these are pretty long, but if you have a long one like this, go ahead, Ken. If you just turn the steering wheel, we can get the ratchet in here then, and get this coming off. But I don't know why they're different size. 6mm on top on this particular vehicle, 7 on the bottom. But Kenny's turning it back so he can get it his. I got mine off, and I had my bungee there. Just, you don't want the. Oh, there's the brake pad popped off. You don't want the. Yeah, no, I know. You don't want this dangling and pulling on your brake line, so we just used a little
Ratchet real quick.
ratchet or bungee cord, hang it up. He's gonna go do his side. I'm gonna pop these really nice. They're nice and new. I mean, I don't know why he's replacing these. There's a lot of life left on those. Look at all that.
They
Look at all
stop
that.
like there's not.
He says it don't stop, but it stops. That's the key. It does stop.
Oh, both these ones are 7mm.
And both of his are 7mm. Mine was one 6mm, one 7mm. Go figure. We're gonna be pulling that off too because we're changing out that tie rod end. So might as well go ahead and pull this cotter pin. I don't know why he's putting new rotors on. They look pretty good to me. It's his rig. Disassembly continues. 21mm on the locking nut for the tie rod end here, and I'm gonna see if I can break it loose by hand. If not, we'll get out the gun. There we go.
Oh, and I gotta get a
That's off.
I'll have to get the
We'll have to
what you call it, where's the bungee cord?
knock that out a little bit. Now I gotta go figure out what size the big nut is, and we're gonna probably need the gun for that one, so we'll be right back. Ken has got his brake caliper off. He hasn't pulled his rotor yet. This one's just as nice as the other one. I don't know. You sure you want to do a brake job on this?
Yeah,
They look pretty good to me.
pretty grooved up.
I don't know. I think he's seeing things. Anyhow, he's already got his tore apart. He hasn't got his nuts off yet, but we're getting there.
Watch the lugs have grease on them. What you call it?
Yeah, I noticed that, by the way. Thanks for the heads up a little late on that. Yeah. He's letting me know that there's anti-seize on the lugs after I already got anti-seize all over myself. And 1.25 inches is the big nut. Kenny was just taking his dust cap or the locking cap off of here, and his little spring washer popped out, and I didn't realize that when mine flipped off, it had popped out. So
What size is the tie rod?
21mm coming at you underneath the truck.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to hit this with the impact. Make sure I'm going the right direction here. That's on. We don't want to go on. See if we can back the big nut. Oh yeah, came right off.
Should. Oh. Your tie rod bolt come right off?
It did.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna, let me have that adapter for that.
Here's that for your big nut real quick, and then I'll go get the adapter. And then he needs a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter.
Not that one. Won't fit on that. Oh, I was thinking of something. To see if it'll help come off. Just gonna get the hammer and pound on that.
Oh, that's
see if it'll-
smart. Yep, that's smart. Don't want to pound on.
Well,
You don't want to pound on. We are changing that, but if you weren't changing that, you wouldn't want to pound on that because you might gull up the thread. So leave your nut on, and actually I'm going to flip the nut over so that's the castle side down. Actually, I don't know if that's going to, yeah, I don't know if it'll thread on that way. It might not. You would think it should, but I guess not.
But I have the tuning forks.
So Ken's gonna go ahead and tap his side out. His is out.
Yep.
Oop, let's take the persuasion unit over to bent the castle nut all up.
A little bit, I think. I'll have to put it back on. Oh, shit.
What?
It's spinning the whole fucking thing. Excuse my language. Ruh-roh. Maybe we should use the tuning fork.
Oh, because you can't get the nut off now?
Yep. Okay then. There she goes.
Just had to put a little down pressure on it.
Yep.
Maybe I'll try to persuade it a little less than you did. I don't know. Maybe I'll
I
just...
should take that dust cover off there too. I don't know.
There, mine was one hit and out, and my nut came off.
And your nut come loose?
Yeah.
Good.
Kenny just beat on it too hard, folks. That's all he did. There, that one's out.
Okay, so now,
Go ahead. Much easier with you. Okay, that's the bracket holding the hoses on. Okay, so I'm gonna get in here, and there's another cotter pin. I don't know if you got, there's the cotter pin in there, and we gotta get that nut off, get that ball joint popped off, and then we gotta do the same down at the bottom here. I haven't even got down there and looked around at the ball joint yet, but I'll get you guys down there in a second. But I'm gonna pop that cotter pin off down in there.
I didn't get my...
And then that nut, and then one very frustrating and very bent cotter pin later, I finally got that upper one out. It was not fun. Now I got to do the bottom one. Where is the bottom? The bottom one's right down here on the bottom, so hopefully that one won't be as frustrating as that top one was. And you can see the crack in the boot on that U-joint. It's pretty cracked up.
God, dog it.
Kenny is still over there struggling on the top one or bottom one?
The top one. Jeez, oh Pete. Wow.
Did you get it?
Finally. It was so rusted in there. Bottom one came right out.
Yeah, my bottom one's fighting me better than the top one was.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, how do I get that off there? What size is that?
There we go, folks. Bottom one's out. Kenny went and got his little cobalt bolt to see if this will do it.
Took a minute.
Took a minute, but got it.
And that one we're gonna have to do by hand.
Yeah, that one, because it's inside there, we're gonna have to do. He's got his breaker bar, 22 millimeter. He's gonna.
Let's see, which way do I gotta go? Probably that way, huh? Come on, get on there. Oh, guess what?
It's loose.
It's freaking. Yep. It's already loose. So, let me put this on. Oh, I was going the wrong way. Oh, it's spinning. That's why. Okay. So I'm gonna have to get the tuning fork, I think, and bead it in there to hold it.
Hold it. Okay.
Yeah.
These are the tuning forks that Kenny was talking about. We were just talking about them. They're just probably a ball joint spreader or pickle fork or whatever. We've always called them a tuning fork because, well, if you tap them real quick,
Yeah, if you,
they do a nice musical note. We got a nice sunny day for the first time in a few days, and we're inside instead of being outside. Now let's see if that's still broken loose.
it still broke loose, but is it turning? I think it is turning. Oh yeah. It is not freaking coming off. Crap.
He's not got any. Well,
So
beat it some more. Beat it into submission, Ken. Get your ratchet on there.
is that coming off it? Can't tell. Come on, get out here. Oh, ouch. Pinch finger. It is not moving. Son of a bum.
Okay, we got to regroup here.
Let's see here. Is it going up? Nope. It's not going up. It's not going down.
Do you have a wobble socket with an extension that we can get up there, get a gun on it, maybe with the...
Well, no, because you're literally between the axle, you have this much space. It just barely fits in there.
Gotcha. Well, we got
The only thing I can think to do is take the two bolts off for the control arm right here, and it'll flop this way.
And then we can
Pound the...
try to hit it. Okay, well, let's do that.
Gonna have to clean all that dirt and crap out of there, so...
Cleaning out, we're gonna take that upper control arm. He's cleaning that dirt out. He just sprayed those bolts with PV Blaster. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here. Go ahead and spray mine now before we start cleaning up, just because we're gonna have to get this one out too at some time. So I know I told you guys we were gonna tag team this, but it's just a few things that he needs more than one set of hands with over there. So 21 millimeter on those.
Yep.
You need a little short extension.
No, just need to get that on there. Ooh, that is not gonna go on that one. Wow, so. Whoa. Might have to get a cheater bar on that.
Got a cheater bar. Ooh. Are we freaking... Yeah, see, we got a 12-point socket, folks, and it's the only thing we have in 21 millimeter, and I hope we didn't just...
No, it's loose.
But did we try it just without the cheater bar real quick? See if we got any movement on it? Nope. Yeah, I just don't know if we're...
Oh yeah, it's moving. Yeah, I can see it moving down there.
Okay.
Watch your...
It's all about the leverage. That one's broke loose. Now we got to get the other one broke loose.
Yeah.
I'd get the other one broke loose
Oh,
first.
yeah.
Why not? Then you can just hit them with the gun both at a time.
I can't get in there with the gun, though.
Or with the ratchet, I mean.
Well,
Sorry.
I might be able to get in there with that gun once we get it. Oh, that is so dirty.
There's a lot of corrosion in there. You can't get the socket down over the... See if we get that on there now.
Wow, is that loose on there now? Wow.
I'm gonna try a 20 millimeter?
Yeah. Because, like,
20 millimeter on this one. Why is a 20 millimeter going on that one and it was 21 on
no,
that one?
it's not going on there that good. This one's just sloppy as shit on here. That just spins on there. What the hell? And the 20 millimeter. What the pisseroni's here?
You got a 7/8 there or something? Let's try an American, an SAE.
I don't have one right here.
Hold on a second, let me go get one. Kenny just tapped, I think that was the 20 millimeter on there?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I hope you got enough room for the cheater bar.
Yeah. Make enough room. Oh, no, it didn't. Guess what just happened?
It didn't break.
Yep.
No, it didn't.
Yep.
No.
It broke the fucking head of the bolt off.
Oh, wow.
Mother. Guess what? Durango ain't moving.
No, it's not that bad.
We have to get... Oh, no, it's not that bad because that's part of the... I was thinking that was part of the...
No, it's not. It's actually not that bad. It's all right. Are you sure it's broke?
Oh, yeah. It's, Well, no, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But why... It just spins on there.
Here, try.
Oh. I don't know. What is that?
That's a 13/16. I don't know.
That's way too big.
Okay.
And that's 7/8 is too big.
Too big. Let me try. Let me try 3/4.
What the heck? What the? Why?
Put your ratchet on it. See what happens. It's just spinning on there, right? Is it like it's too big?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on
What
a
the
second.
heck?
Hold on a second.
Okay, so we know that one come off with the 21.
Here's 19. Let's see if that. I don't know why it would be a different size.
All right, where's the hammer?
19 fit on there better than the 20, but the front one is a 21. So, don't know if the bolts totally rusted out or if they truly are different sizes. Guess we'll find out.
And I'm not gonna have much of a turn on that. Nope.
What? Right there. Turn right there.
Huh? No, I can't go no farther.
Okay, we'll pop it off and go back.
That's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Because this thing's got so much play in it. Let's see here. Hopefully the other side ain't gonna be this bad. That's gonna be the same.
Why don't you line up, hey, put that on your breaker bar. Put the socket on the breaker bar.
It ain't gonna, it's not gonna
But it'll give you an orientation on where.
I know.
Okay.
I know what you're saying. Excuse me.
There you go.
I think this one's gonna slip too.
Got a little bit on it. Either that or we're twisting her and breaking her. That's
It's
the
just
bolt
so
head that's so rusty in there. We're trying to get out.
and I don't know if there's still so much dirt kicked around that thing or what.
Want the PB blaster?
Probably wouldn't hurt to put some up here.
Hit that with a vacuum one more time.
Wow.
That might be enough. I'll put this one too, just to help her come out. Well,
Maybe we should go
let
to your
that
side.
yeah, I was just gonna say, let's let that sit, and we'll go over and start cleaning up this side over here and get the same thing rolling here. We're gonna need the vacuum.
Yep.
Screwdrivers. This one is just as dirty as that side. Let's hope it's not as hard to get out. Yeah, maybe.
Oil filters.
Probably 20 years of grime, dirt, and stuff. Wow, it's like freaking
Cement.
yeah, it is like cement in there. Blaster's right behind you. Maybe it'll soften some of this stuff up. Well, let them sit, I guess. Now, sign it. Now I don't know if that's a 22 or 21 now.
What one is that?
This is 22. This is 21. Oh, I'm gonna say that's a 21, like yours was over there.
Yeah.
But
How
then
about
that
the
front one, oh yeah, see that's way too big. So did we bring the 19 back over here?
20.
Or 20?
I don't know why they would put two different size.
Well, that one doesn't seem to want to go down either. But a little bit of magic persuasion it might. Try it with the ratchet in the cheater bar, see if...
The only problem is it don't go down. Oh, she turned, I think. Oh yeah, she's turning.
Turning. So 19 millimeter on one
And 20.
21 millimeter on the other. Bizarro. I'll try it without the cheater bar.
Oh yeah, if I can't even move it by hand. No.
You loosened it.
I was just gonna see if I could maybe put this little gun on here, but I don't think that's gonna budge that. Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, 19 millimeters out on this side. Now we got to do the 21. And you can probably use the gun.
Okay. That one, for some reason, is not all the way out. Or it's resting. Oh, yeah. Ow. Oh, it's got all the weight of that on there now.
Yeah, it does. Here.
Here, where's the...
He warned me, folks. He did. And I reached right down in there and I grabbed it. Pull the shock off now.
Should I do the top first or the bottom?
Ah,
I guess it don't really matter, does it?
yeah, I don't think it. Of course, as soon as you pull that bottom one off, that. Wait. Gonna run the floor jack up underneath the lower control arm just to take some of that weight. I think he's gonna eventually get there. There we go.
And let me, wonder what size that is up there. And that top of the...
Top one's gonna be like a half or 13 millimeter, I bet. Maybe 15 millimeter.
Where did the...
Here's deep well 13 is over here.
Is it? Okay.
It's deep well 15.
$14?
It might be a 14. It's pretty sloppy.
And who knows, with the shock, it could be a standard. 14?
14's on there.
Okay.
You want your little battery ratchet?
We should have freaking
Sprayed these. I was
PB blaster, yeah.
hindsight being the proverbial 2020. We should have
sprayed everything.
Sprayed everything down last week. Kenny brought this in last week, and we just didn't get a chance to get to it on his day off. So it's a week later, but it's been sitting here, and we could have sprayed everything. That's what we should have done.
Yeah. Oh, God. You dummy. Wow, that thing is stupid tight. I guess I should have paid attention to which way it was going. Wow. That thing is tight. So that don't have enough torque to break it loose. Yeah.
You want to hit it with the gun?
There's no room up in here with the gun.
Oh, there is too.
Wow.
Sure you don't want to hit it with the gun? I'll show you how we can hit it with the gun.
It ain't gonna fit.
Well, you say that, but watch this. My brother always seems to want to doubt me when I tell him there's an easier way to do this. Here, why don't you stick that 14 millimeter on there?
I hate those extensions.
And then, I think,
You're probably
it
gonna
looks
hey,
like...
Ray, go on the back side of the tube. Nope, come on this side.
Looks like we might be able to...
It's gonna come back.
Here.
You gotta tilt it back that way and push it down.
There we go. Look at there, guys.
Here, you hold that. Let me grab a hold of the shock because I can't do it until I hold this. All right, go ahead. Hold up. Are you going that is going the right way, right?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Okay, go. Here. Put that on there. That is not gonna break it loose.
Oh,
There's so much fucking dirt on them threads.
Well, and we're also losing with that extension. We're losing a lot
yeah.
of torque. Going the wrong way with the big gun. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. We just needed a bigger gun, guys. And I think we generated a little heat because I think the PB blaster down there is smoking.
Oh, yeah, the bolt is totally dried off.
But I did tell him we could get the gun on there. Sometimes you just need a long ass extension.
Chrome sockets on a impact gun, but I don't have no metric.
Bottom shock bolt come right out. And
Shock is out.
the shock.
I'm just kind of wondering about those new shocks, though.
Yeah, and here I'll show everybody what you're talking about. So Kenny's new shocks. This is the old one. And let me see here, I'll lay it down on top of here. Get the new one out. Don't know if we want to. The new one, the shaft is quite a bit smaller
That's what they said goes on.
than the old one. But I guess it just, I mean, this is the Duralast part that they said is the part number for this Durango, so it's probably what we're going with.
Just
Gonna PB blast the back of the, gonna PB blast the 3 bolts that go and hold the hub onto the spindle. We gotta remove that hub so we can pull that spindle off. Once we get that spindle off, we can get that upper control arm broken loose. And
this is probably not the most correct way to do this crap.
This is not the most correct way at all. I'm sure a mechanic is probably laughing, but that's okay. We're not mechanics, like we said. We're just figuring it out on our own in the garage.
And we're probably saving hundreds of dollars by not taking it. Well, this would probably cost me over $1,000 to take it somewhere to have it done. And now, of course, I can't get this broke loose off of here.
As we're learning on Kenny's side, I'm gonna go ahead and
Man, what size is that?
spray as much of this stuff.
Where'd the 14 millimeter go?
10.
Oh, it's on there.
Get this side soaking down so we can break it off
Do I gotta take that?
easier, hopefully. Kenny's got the dust shield off that covers the ABS sensor, and now he's working on the 3 14 millimeter bolts that hold the hub to the spindle. Maybe. Might have been smarter for us to take the hub off before we
Yeah,
took
already
the upper,
loosened.
before we loosened. So we can either break the hub loose or we can take the ABS sensor off.
I think, let's see, this is tiny. This looks like a 10 millimeter. So it got a bracket right here holding that.
Okay. What do you want to do? Take the ABS sensor off?
Yeah, I still have to take that off.
Okay.
See the.
Let me go get a paper towel, and you can wrap around that real quick, and we can shove a little piece down in the hole just so we don't get any dirt in there. We are gonna have to take the hub off of this, guys, off the spindle, so we got room to get that lower ball joint out. So that's what Kenny's working on here, getting the hub out so we can pull the CV shaft out of the spindle, get it tied up out of the way, and then we should be able to hopefully pound that lower ball joint out and get that spindle out, and then we can get that upper control arm U-joint out. Not U-joint, sorry. Ball joint, because that one's spinning. The hub out. Now, our problem was when I was trying to drive this up, it looked like it was going to hit the CV shaft. So now hopefully there's enough play in there.
Can you hold that up?
I can hold that up. Kenny's going to drive that in there. Hopefully we can get this driven.
Maybe.
Hold on a second. Let's see. Hold that. See if we're getting anywhere. I don't know if we are or not. But I'm gonna set everybody down so I can help him do this. Well,
First time for everything.
Kenny beat on it while I was setting you guys down, and
It popped right off.
2 swings and it popped out. It clipped his foot. Parts and pieces went flying somewhere. I don't know what it was.
No,
But well,
it just. Oh,
there's
the rubber cap from the ball joint.
But we still gotta. We're still gonna have to press. There should be a C clip in here.
Yeah.
And then we gotta press that. I hope is gonna work to get that out of there.
Supposed to, because it presses up, out, and then you got to press it back down in.
Yeah. And then
Never done this before.
No, this is our first time, so we're learning. But we do have the spindle off. We still got to break this one loose,
Yep.
but we should be able to do that now. And
Wow, if there's a C clip in here, I'll be damned if there is one. Man, I hope I hope this ain't one that you cannot press out of here. You have to change the whole frickin' control arm.
lower control arm, which he didn't buy. And it does have torsion bars, but I think that's just a...
That's
I
like
think
this
that's-
front spring.
Yeah, no, I know it's like a front spring, but I think on the far end is where you loosen that up and you can pull the torsion bar out. So we're still clipping along here. We'll get it figured out. But we did get that spindle off. We did have to pull that hub out to get that spindle to drop. So once we did that, it dropped pretty easily. We finally got that upper control arm broke loose out of the spindle. That one we don't have to worry about the ball joint on because the new one has the ball joint riveted in. So
Yeah.
that's ready
That's the
to
only
go.
reason why I bought new control arms, because it's you got to sit there and drill and chisel. They do make bolt-in upper ball joints for this.
But you got to
But-
take care of the rivets and everything.
You got to, and if that's doing that like that to get that off of there, man, to take it off there, it would have been a nightmare to try to get it off.
And now we got to work. We forgot to spray that. We
Yes.
should have sprayed that, but we got to work on see how that comes out of that lower control arm. That's our next. So we got a ball joint removal and installation tool here. And here's the part layout. And this instructions gives you a breakdown of what parts you need. There's Ford, Dodge. We gotta come back here. We're on a Durango 98 to 03 lower. We need for removal, we need a 4. And for removal, we need a 7. So going back to the picture.
I am going to go.
4 is 3 is big one. 4 is the middle guy. 5 is the little guy in there. So we're going to take the 4. And it said we needed a 7, which is the concave one there. So 7. And then the big C clamp, which is Kenny's got over there at the view. So the new U joints are actually an AC Delco part, which kind of threw us off because that typically means GM. This is the Dodge, but pretty sure it's the right one. But what was throwing us off is it comes with the C clip. Now, I think we don't even need the C clip on this Durango because looking at how this is tapered up on top. I'm gonna try to hold the light and show you guys. This is tapered up on the top. So this presses up from the bottom. So because of the taper on here, obviously I don't think it can come up any higher. So this needs to be pressed down. There's no clip in here that we can see. And so we're gonna go ahead and get set up with the removal tool and see if we can get this pressed out. So we got that removal tool on there. We don't, not even sure if we got it lined up right, but it's what seems to make the sense to us. This piece is only going to give us about an 1/8 inch of down, but
Maybe that's all
it cradles this jack shaft better. So even giving it just a little bit to pop that loose, and then we can take that piece off and then hopefully just use the jack screw. And then the sleeve on the bottom, Kenny's going to give it a couple ugga-duggas here, and we'll just, if we break stuff, we break stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Let's back it off and see if we got any. That's all right. Back and take it all the way off. See if we see anything that moved. Did it move that down at all? I can't see. I would say a big fat resounding nothing.
Oh no, yeah, it did too. Yeah, it did.
He says it did. Oh, it did.
Yep.
It did.
Okay, I'm gonna take that top plate off. Down.
It is going down.
Wow. Going.
There it is.
Wow. That was way easier than I thought it was gonna happen.
So our nephew, this is Kenny's second ball joint removal, because our nephew had a Chevy truck that he was working on.
And he,
this is the first one, but he did
here's another piece of it.
massive damage here, and he also, I don't know if I'll pick this up, but that is bent, and this is after Kenny applied heat to this and straightened it up. That's actually straighter than it was, and it also broke the shaft right out of the...
Well, I think there's like a rubber O-ring or something, and when I heated it up, it melted it out, and it,
Yeah, so we were expecting to be in for a battle on this one, but...
That goes with that kit.
But that actually went pretty good. Now, Kenny, between your legs on the bottom of that is the new one.
Yep.
We can...
And I noticed that these have ridges in it, and this one doesn't.
I don't think this is the right... I don't think...
And if I have to go to Napa or AutoZone, I'll go get some new lower ball joints. And this is supposed to be grease. There's like no grease in that.
Yeah, so this is definitely not the same as... It's right here. I think...
Well, yeah, it is. Just don't have the grooves in it.
Yeah, but the grooves are probably what keeps it in there from spinning. We're just testing. I don't know.
Oh, no. She'll press up in there. She'll press up in there.
Yeah, but
Ray, it's not going to go in there without being pressed.
No, I understand, but is it the right one?
Yes.
The other one's grooved. This piece is grooved. And that's smooth, but you think that that's the right one?
Yeah, I think it is. But how, in God's blue earth, would you be able to you got to line that hole up with that hole right there, because that's the grease hole.
Yeah.
How would you even...
You got to put a mark on the top of this and a mark here, and we got to make sure that you press that straight up to line up there's a grease zerk down on the bottom of the...
It's right here on the control arm.
And there's a
grease
opening there to keep this greased.
Wow.
So Kenny's going to go and put this in. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you, if it's grooved or not. I mean...
Well, it's got this groove here. The grease would be squirting in there. I would...
No. I'm talking about the vertical grooves.
Right.
These grooves here. This is knurled edge on this one. and that one is smooth. But other than that, I mean, it's the same height. This one, the boot was destroyed on, but it's probably okay to use. I mean, it's, once it's pressed up in there, it ain't. So we're having a problem getting this to come in here straight up. And with the C-clamp the way it is, and the way that the way they say in the instructions to do it isn't the way we can do it, because they're just, for whatever reason, it's not working. But anyhow, we're just working on trying to get this pressed back in there, and we're cobbling together something. Hopefully we'll get it in there. And we don't have enough room to get the impact up from the bottom. I think maybe other vehicles, the U-joints would press down in. This one's pressing up. Sorry, not U-joint, ball joint would press down. This one's pressing up, and we just don't have room to get the gun underneath there. But we're continuing forward. We're getting it. We cobbled together a top plate there out of some steel. We're closing the gap, but because we can't get the gun on her, we're using the persuasion breaker part. And sorry for the movement, guys. It's kind of hard to do this and not. Maybe I pass you off to Kenny and he can film the closing of the gap there while I'm doing that. Oh, where am I? There I am. I think it's actually going up in there.
Oh, it's going up in there.
This is the wrong way. Wrong way, people. Wrong way.
If we had a lift, oh, we could have got the gun on it. But we can only get we got the jack stands maxed out pretty much as high as we can get them, so.
When's the gap closed?
Oh, when it stops is when it bottoms out. It'll bottom out.
I know, but it looks like it's bottomed out from here.
Oh no, you still got a little bit of space to go yet.
Oh, she's tight now.
All right, so do we need, we probably should take.
That's all I got.
Okay, so you take the camera. I'll back this off if I can.
Let's hope. That was the air coming out of my chair, folks.
Oh, oh wow. Okay.
Kenny needs to persuade it with the.
Wow. Okay.
Well, there we go. Let's see.
Do we have a ball joint in?
Looks like we have a ball joint.
Oh, take the top plate off there and see if we got a gap.
No. It's actually higher up than the other one. And our paint marks are really close. I think for that greaser, it's going to be fine.
Yep. Alrighty. We still got to tear that whole other side apart yet.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be a long day. Anyhow.
Well, we should probably go get that tore apart. We'll get the lower ball joints done today.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I'm
So
not gonna.
we got this one.
This is a two-man job.
Yeah, this is a two-man job.
The rest of the stuff I can, if I have to do it.
Kenny can film and put it back together. We've been going at it since 9 a.m. this morning, and it's 2 p.m. So
Well, probably about 10.
Nobody said we're fast for
We
sure.
ate breakfast.
Yeah, okay. Kenny's telling secrets. I said 9, making it sound,
Making it sound good, but
actually worse.
yeah.
We probably got out here about 10. Anyhow. we're gonna go do the other side and get that one tore apart and at least the ball joint done, because that's definitely a 2-person job. So driver's side, got the hub off. Now we're going to,
Do we want to take that shock off next, or?
yeah, we can take the shock off and then
We're gonna try the upper ball joint nut before we take, I mean, we gotta take the upper control arm off.
we got to take the upper control arm, but we're going to try to break the nut loose off of here first. Or get the nut. On the other one, the nut was spinning. The whole thing was spinning. So hopefully if we can get that nut off, then we can spread that. And then we can get this guy knocked off the lower.
And then we'll take the two.
And then we'll take the upper control arm off. But we're just continuing disassembling on this side. So my upper ball joint nut came off.
really
Bottom came off after I went the right way with the gun. Now we're going to take the shock off. It is 14 millimeter.
maybe might. Oh yeah, maybe.
Kenny's going to come down. Not on yet. Not on yet.
Is that is that a plastic fender?
Yes. Go.
And I am not going to be able to get on because of the brake booster.
Really? What about with your wobble socket?
I gotta leave that wobbly.
Yeah, you got to leave that wobbly.
Hopefully.
See if hopefully it comes down. And okay, that's on. Hold on, let me get the.
Is that fucking crooked?
Let me get the. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna have the torque to do it, but let's. Because we'll have loss through all this, so he does have the big gun on it, but we might just have to do this by hand.
No.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh God.
There you go.
Pop the.
So the bottom 18 millimeter bolt on the shock is not budging. Maybe we should get the PB blaster and hit it one more time. So we're going to go ahead and get the spindle off, and then hopefully we can get in there with the breaker bar and cheater bar. But could have sworn I moved that down earlier, but maybe I didn't. With a little persuasion, we got the spindle off. Actually, a lot of persuasion. Now we got the upper control arm to get off. That should be just those 2 bolts. Hopefully, they're not too bad. And we got to get the breaker bar on that
Lower.
shock, which I think we'll do that right now. And then... and then we get to press this out. We're trying to get to a point, it's 3 p.m. We're trying to get to a point where we get this guy pressed out, the new one pressed back in. I got to leave at 5 p.m. So at least it's a stopping point, or Kenny can continue putting one of these back together if he wants. But that's where we're going. So first thing, lower shock bolt. Okay, so we have... the upper control arm off. Of course, it fought us. Everything on this side seems to be fighting the good fight better than the passenger side.
The upper ball joint come out better.
Oh, he's right. The upper ball joint came out better. The lower ball joint coming off the spindle was a fight. And then that upper A arm was a fight just now. But now we're getting set up to press this guy out. Hopefully it doesn't feel like partying. So we'll see. Well, we're gonna try we got the big gun. Got this. We'll see if we can get this lower ball joint out of here.
Popped.
Something popped.
Yeah, it's the ball joint.
Illuminate, but push over here. It's it's different than that other one.
Yeah, sure is.
What?
No? I was just thinking, do they have,
These tabs, do we have to bend these tabs up?
I don't know.
So the other one didn't have these tabs like this, and it almost is like it's gonna suck those down through.
Yep, that's exactly what it's doing.
So let's go ahead and get a...
What do we even do?
Get a flathead and tap those in a little bit? I don't know. This is totally different than the other side. We'll...
Definitely got a grease cert on this side. That's probably why the...
Yeah, I seen the grease cert, but we'll go ahead and tap those tabs in and see if we can get this to go down in there better or come out easier, whatever. Okay, that one decided not to fight us. We just had to, we knocked those in and they actually broke off like they were little tabs, and out she came. Easy peasy, actually. So I did a oops. The boot on the second ball joint, I pulled the ring off of the bottom of the boot.
By
So
accident.
now we got to get it on there. And hopefully we're trying to spread these out enough to slide it, but we don't have anything flat enough to get in that little groove right there and spread those apart. So we're just gonna try to get that jammed up in there. I hope we don't have to go buy a new ball joint because of my oopsie. So after 20 minutes, we finally got that stupid
Ring
back on there. What a pain in the freaking rear.
After 3 different pair of pliers, 2 little
We were gonna zip tie it, but we didn't have one long enough, so here we go. We're gonna go press this in now and continue on.
I gotta move shit out of the way.
Well, it took us a couple tries to get it lined up, but
She's in there.
she's in there. We got our grease dirt hole lined up pretty decent. Not too bad, but that new one's in there. What a day.
Yep, what a day.
So we went ahead and backed off the tie rod on the driver's side. We just took a couple big crescent wrenches,
And the one on the passenger side.
15-inch and 12-inch crescent wrench, and just we backed this one off too, and you know, just put the wrench there so it doesn't spin, and 15-inch to back off the tie rods. But it's 5 p.m. We're both gonna call it a night, and I think we're gonna end the video here. And we'll pick it up in the morning and
Do a part 2.
do a part 2. So Kenny,
I'm at a loss. Fuck.
thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you in the next video.
And please throw us a like and a subscription and a comment. We would really appreciate it.
Yep.
But till next time, we ain't gonna do a cheers because the project is not done. Yeah. So, but we can say cheers,
Cheers
from
to
Two Drunk Brothers Garage.